In life, there are moments when it feels as if danger has blocked every path and no hope remains. At such times, it seems the end is inevitable, as if nothing can save us. Yet what many don't realize is that the same moment that appears to be the end can often mark the start of something brand new. Most people allow fear to take over and surrender right there, but a few refuse to give up. They hold tightly to their purpose, and it is these few who carve their names into history. There's an old tale that reflects this truth. Once a deer was wandering deep inside a dense forest in search of water. Its throat was burning with thirst, and after roaming tirelessly for hours, it still couldn't find a single drop. Worn out and hopeless, the deer finally collapsed beneath the shade of a large tree to catch its breath. Just then it caught a faint sound, the soft gurgling of running water. Suddenly filled with energy, the deer sprang to its feet and dashed toward the sound. To its delight, it discovered a wide river flowing nearby. The sight of water felt like a blessing, as though life had returned to its body. The deer rushed forward and bent down eagerly to quench its thirst. But destiny had another test waiting. As the deer lowered its head, it heard the twang of a bowstring from the right side. Looking quickly, it saw a hunter standing there, arrow pointed directly at its chest. Fear struck the deer, but before it could react, movement from the opposite side caught its eye. Hidden in the tall grass was a lion, crouched and ready to pounce. Its golden eyes gleamed with hunger. The deer's heart began to race. Turning around in desperation, it saw a wall of fire spreading rapidly, crackling and consuming everything in its path. Everywhere it looked, death was waiting. For a brief moment, the deer froze, trembling in confusion. Should it try to leap into the river? Should it attempt to outrun the lion? Should it confront the fire? Thousands of thoughts filled its mind, but then came a sudden stillness. The deer realized something. Escape was impossible. Death was certain, and in that moment of acceptance, it chose to focus on the one thing it longed for most: water. If I must die, it thought, let me at least drink to my heart's content before the end. And then, as if nature itself responded to this fearless choice, the sky darkened with heavy clouds. Rain began to pour down in torrents. The fire that threatened the deer fizzled out and vanished into smoke. The hunter, distracted by the sudden storm, lost his aim. His arrow flew astray and struck the lion instead. Roaring in rage and pain, the lion attacked the hunter, and in their struggle, both vanished from the deer's sight. Through it all, the deer remained where it was, calmly drinking the water it had been searching for. When it finally lifted its head, everything had changed. The hunter and lion were gone. The fire had disappeared, and all that remained was the peaceful sound of rain falling into the river. This story gives us a lesson we can all carry. In our lives, too, troubles often arrive from every side. Financial struggles, health issues, failures, criticism, betrayal. It feels like the walls are closing in, but panic only makes the storm worse. The secret is to pause, stay calm, and not lose sight of what truly matters. The deer could have wasted its last strength running in different directions. Instead, it chose to remain steady and pursue its goal. Likewise, if we continue to focus on our work with courage and clarity, life itself will rearrange things in our favor. Problems will fade away just as suddenly as they came. Therefore, when trials surround you, do not let fear be your guide. Choose patience. Choose faith. Choose to stand firm on your purpose. The world may laugh, criticize, or doubt you today, but if you keep walking your path, one day the same world will admire your determination. Remember, storms never last forever, but the strength you build while facing them becomes your power for life. Keep moving forward, and success will eventually come to you. And if you feel this message carries value, share it with others, because sometimes one story can change a life forever.